president is one of the most important jobs in any country.
You've got to make lots of decisions, get blamed for the outcomes of your decisions, and if you're lucky, you get to run for another term. Some heads of state get incredibly compensated for their time in office. Hey, can't make the big decisions without making the big bucks after all. Not every entry on this list is technically a president, but they're heads of state, and they're extremely wealthy, so why not just toss them in here? So here is a list of the richest presidents in the entire world. Number 10. Mohammed VI, King of Morocco, $2.1 billion. We have the King of Morocco, and you know when you're talking about royalty, there tends to be a couple $billion involved. Mohammed VI is a member of the Alawi dynasty. He ascended the throne in 1999 after the death of his father, King Hassan II, giving him full access to the massive wealth the Moroccan royal family controls. Mohammed VI is Morocco's leading businessman and banker. In 2015, Forbes estimated his net worth to be $5.7 billion, although some would disagree, with Business Insider giving a more recent estimate of $2.1 billion. The Moroccan royal family controls one of the largest fortunes in the entire world. Together, they hold the majority stakes in the Société Nationale d'Investissement, a holding company that has its hands on pretty much every important business sector in Morocco, like telecommunications, banking, mining, and energy. As for Mohammed specifically, he is a leading agricultural producer and landowner in Morocco, where agriculture is conveniently exempted from taxes. As for his personal life, Mohammed VI is married to Salma Banani, and they have 2 children together. His birthday is a public holiday in Morocco, and Forbes estimates that his palace has a daily operating budget of $960,000 daily. Number 9. Donald Trump, $2.5 billion. Former president, real estate developer, author, television personality, and professional wrestler, we all know who Donald Trump is, and that was before he even became president. Before taking his position in the White House, Trump was known mostly for being in charge of the Trump Organization, a real estate and licensing conglomerate that owns commercial and residential properties around the globe. He was also known for showing up unexpectedly on your TV. Trump made his incredible fortune through a whole host of different ways, licensing his name for a bunch of products around the world, earning 50% of all profits made by his TV show, The Apprentice, through his massive presidential salary of $400,000 a year and the $211,000 annual pension he earns as an ex-president. To name a few, this man makes money every which way possible. Trump's net worth has been heavily argued about for a very long time now. Some have valued it as low as $250 million, while Trump himself values it at up to $7 billion. On top of that, it's prone to some heavy fluctuation. According to Forbes, Donald Trump's net worth has peaked at $4.5 billion in 2017, falling down to $3 billion in 2019. They reported that the value of Donald's brand and real estate holdings have declined since he became president due to a couple of controversies he's been involved in. Right now, Forbes pegs his definitive net worth at $2.5 billion. Number 8. Sebastian Pinera, $2.8 billion. Next, we have the current and former president of Chile. He has been in his office since 2018, and he previously served as president from 2010 to 2014. He studied business engineering and got a doctorate from Harvard University, later going on to become a billionaire businessman. Certainly not the first one of those kind to make this list. Sebastian is the founder of credit card company Bancard, and he made his $2.8 billion fortune owning a bunch of other companies as well, like owning 90% of Chilevisión, a TV channel that broadcasts nationwide. He also owns 27% of LAN Airlines and 13% of a football club, along with a bunch of other minor stock options in a bunch of different companies. He did eventually have to sell ownership to avoid a conflict of interest. He sold Chilevisión for $160 million in 2010 to Time Warner, as well as his shares of LAN Airline. In short, Sebastian is your typical billionaire businessman. He hasn't let being president slow his roll either. And why would he? People tend to want to do business with you when you're president. Number 7. Hans Adam II, $6.2 billion. Next up, we have the current reigning Prince of Liechtenstein. He formally succeeded as Prince of Liechtenstein upon the death of his father in 1989. Now, Liechtenstein might not be the largest country in the world, In fact, it's one of the smallest countries in Europe, occupying only 62 square miles, and with a population of about 38,000 people. But it's got a pretty healthy GDP of over $6 billion and an even wealthier royal family. Hans Adam II owns the banking group Liechtenstein Global Trust, the largest family-owned private banking and asset management group in the world. The fortune of the Liechtenstein royal family has been estimated as high as $7.6 billion, and Hans Adam II's personal fortune was estimated at about $4 billion, and this was back in 2003. They've only gotten richer ever since. Hans is considered one of the richest European monarchs and heads of state. He owns an extensive art collection, much of which is displayed for the public, and like any true monarch, he lives in a massive castle. As of 2022, his net worth was estimated to be around $6.22 billion, making him the 453rd richest person on Earth with a net worth that rivals the GDP of the country he's running. Number 6. Silvio Berlusconi, $6.8 billion. Next up is the former Prime Minister of Italy. He's an entrepreneur, a media tycoon, and Italy's longest-serving post-war prime ministers. He's known for having a few brushes with the law and being Italy's oldest playboy. Silvio once publicly declared that his love for work, women, and play will never change. Born on September 29, 1936, Berlusconi studied law and worked as a singer on cruise ships and nightclubs during his youth. In the 70s, he transitioned to the media world. After making a fortune as a media tycoon, he would eventually set his eyes on politics. Silvio officially ran for prime minister in 1993 under his newly formed political party, Forza Italy. He would go on to serve 4 times as Prime Minister of Italy, from 1994 to 2011, holding the position for a total of 9 years during that time period. Silvio Berlusconi made his fortune thanks in no small part to the massive media empire he founded before becoming Prime Minister, and continued to run long after. He first entered the media world by setting up a small cable television company called Telemilano, and by 1978, Berlusconi founded his first media group, Fininvest. His adventure in the media world helped him earn 113 billion Italian lire, that is, which was about 70 million.
So this is all about for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Kindly subscribe to our channel now and press the bell icon to get more such regular updates.